Now, the Public Service and Administration Department has warned that public sector workers who fall in the essential services category are prohibited from taking part in the national shutdown, which SAFTU and COSATU have organized for today. The Labour Federation's actions, which will take place during working hours today over the difficult economic conditions in the country, is currently underway, or is it? We will find out. But the department says that it has provided government departments guidelines to apply the principle of no work, no pay. And it says that this is in an effort to manage public servants who intend to participate in today's strike action. It is also a contingency plan to deal with service delivery disruptions. And for more on this planned strike shutdown, we cross now to our reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa, who is in the nation's capital for us. Mbalenhle, earlier when we crossed to you, it was very quiet. What's the situation like now?
Well, earlier when we spoke, Sakina, it was quiet, and it's still somewhat quiet. I mean, earlier when we spoke, you would remember that there was no sign of protesters and no sign of union leaders, but union representatives have started arriving, and it seems as though we're actually going to get more information and just get clarity as to what the holdup was and why it is that, you know, the people didn't start arriving as early as anticipated. Thank you so much for speaking to us, Trevor Shaku, who is the spokesperson for SAFTU. Now, talk to us about what's happening, what are the expectations for today, and how do we interpret the fact that there are no protesters just yet?
The protesters have been delayed by their transports. Remember, we've organized many buses from the East Rand, the West Rand, and even as far as Vaal to assemble here. And those within the vicinity of Tshwane will be soon and any time walking into Beggars Park. But there are also buses which are organized to take people from north of Pretoria, north of Pretoria, east of Pretoria, and even west of Pretoria. So we are at the current moment waiting for those buses to be able to come. But I can see that numbers are beginning to also come into the park.
So, what is the plan of action for today? I mean, we understand that, you know, this is not the only, you know, mass action that we South Africans can expect.
We are expecting at least a minimum of 2,000, but we are hoping that we will achieve a 10,000 strong march in Tshwane alone. Remember, these protests are taking place across the country. We're hoping that there would be masses that descend onto assembly points and allow and assist the comrades to be able to march formidably to all the centers where we'll be delivering our memorandum.
And what have you heard on the ground? I mean, what's happening in the other provinces? Have people started gathering, you know? What's the success rate there?
Yes, I spoke to comrades in Free State, in Bloemfontein. They said to me that masses have begun assembling at the Batu location hall, and this is a good indicator. And we're thinking anyway, the march is starting at 10 o'clock. So workers will begin assembling in many of these areas around now and maybe in between now and 10. The reason why we chose 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock for assembly was to ensure that those who are leaving their jobs and had worked overtime, night shift, would be able to leave there and straight to come here. But we always knew that the comrades will start assembling around this particular time.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. There you have it. That is Trevor Shaku, spokesperson for SAFTU, just letting us know that they are experiencing delays, waiting for people who are coming from various parts of Gauteng. It seems as though there are people being bussed in. They do expect to have around 2,000 people participating in the march. We will be here waiting to see and to monitor the situation. We do understand that march to the Union Building is expected to start at 10 a.m. this morning. It's back to you in studio.
Well, thanks so much, Mbalenhle Mthethwa, our eyes and ears in the nation's capital, watching that national shutdown for us.